Guys, so today's day 72 of my trading challenge. I'll be showing you guys what I've been doing lately. So I'm actually in 3 trades right now at the moment. I still have crude oil hedging up, so it's pretty much a blocked trade. I'm not going to be able to touch it anyway. And so let's get to the action. I'll show you what I've been doing. I'll be sharing my screen, my main screen, and so I'll show you my live trading situation right now. So here's what it is. So I got along in US30 again. Since I got along over here, took the profit over here. Then basically, US30 actually tumbled back down over here. And I decided I was going along on this little tiny bounce. I was actually counting on this bounce. And I have my break-even point right here. So what I'm expecting is either it's going to stall down, either it's going to fall down, or it's going to go up. Well, you guessed, that's bullshit. I got 33% chance of making it right. It's pretty simple, straight to the point. Here it comes, it takes this one, and I'll close it on break-even point. Either I'm going to make a shitload of money. That's what is going to happen. Or either I'm going to burn the fucking account down to hell. So this is it for US30. And I'll show you what I'm actually going to be doing with the BTC, still longing in on it. I actually had my sell stop over here, you can see, which actually has into account, is taking into account the idea of taking a profit of $17. So I will have to actually take this profit over here and just close the trade, and it would be a break-even trade with a tiny profit of around $10 if it goes up here. If it goes down here, I'm actually going to have to close this one over here and then just get back in just a little bit lower from it and just try to get back up and take it on a break-even point. So I will close the trade that was a failed trade into a break-even trade. So this is the BTC situation I'm having right now. Now back to gold. Gold is one of my faves because gold really gives me highs sometimes. So you can see it's actually reacting pretty well to this candle over here, but I'm not super sure it's going to go down. I'm actually bullish on gold too. I see gold going back up and really firing up, but I'm not going into gold that now because I'm not super sure about where it's going since it's pretty indecisive. Either I see this guy breaking through this little trend, this little horizontal line over here, then I'm actually long in the gold with no props on me. But let's get back to the crude oil situation, which is actually destroying my own existence since it's actually making me wait a fuckload of time before it actually gets closed down. So it's pretty simple as it is. Now we're looking for crude oil to reach level 82.79 and I will just take the profit over here and short back the situation, hoping for it to bounce and get back down here. So that will be giving me a break-even situation with crude oil, and I will be avoiding a losing trade that will create really a massive disrupt for my account. Now, I've got this actually shorting position over here. It was supposed to take the profit here and then just long it, and it just didn't go to my real situation I was hoping for. So this is I think is the third time I'm actually inside the trade and I'm waiting for it. Now, I wanted to show you guys the percentages I have each time I get into a trade, the percentages of a destroying scenario to happen. So I have a 50% chance each time. Sorry, I didn't very well. I have a 50% chance. Oh, let me just. So I have the first time I get into a trade, first time it goes to a break-even point, I have a 50% chance of it actually closing the trade and giving me the break-even situation. Second time, if this one doesn't work, I have a 25% chance of closing the trade with no loss at all. Third time, I will be having a 12.5% chance of closing the trade with no loss at all. And even sometimes a small profit because that's the way I trade. And now let's go to the fourth and fifth times. So the four times, I will be having something around a, I believe 9 or 7%. I don't remember very well. Fifth time, I will be having probably I will be probably having when it goes on a fifth time I will probably get into a 5% or something like that. Sorry, not painting it really well. 6th time, I will be having something around 1%, and 7th time, it's the ruin of it all because it's my last chance. I will probably be on a 0.5 or something like 0.7% chance of the ruin happening. So the scenario is pretty obvious and straightforward. What I'm actually going to end up happening is I'm going to be having like 7 times a chance to actually get back on track. If I don't manage to get back on track on 7 times in a row, then my account is ruined. Now, what's going to happen? The worst scenario of my strategy by now, and this is why I'm actually applying the strategy. All other strategies pretty much bullshit. This is the only strategy I managed to actually make some profits on. Now, the real reason I'm applying this strategy, I mean, the real danger, pretty much the easiest danger of it is that my strategy could actually grant me some trades to last for like 7 months, sometimes even 8 months, and that will be actually something really, really bad for me. Okay, so that will destroy my, my trading opportunities on a specific asset. So that's the real deal. Now, I could be having another simple strategy, which is actually a percentage strategy drawdown, which is what I'm going to be doing. Basically, what I end up doing is if I see crude oil actually tumbling down more than 10 or even 20%, I will probably start longing it. And overall, that will grant me some profits. Okay. So it's like using options with CFDs, which is pretty simple for me. Like using options means that if I see like there's a stats like probably crude oil doesn't go down below 20%, like 97% of the times or something like that. This is my own stats. Okay, like it's an example. Like in 2 months, so I see this guy actually in the first month actually going down 20%. All I end up doing is I will start long in it as soon as I see it going up to 20% down, going down to 20%. And I'll just get in and see if I can manage to take some profits, which is pretty easy. Some kind of a recovery strategy or something like that. That's what it is. Actually, it's what's gonna end up saving my ass if I see myself getting into this sick situation. Okay, now, this situation's really sick. Because basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to wait for a fuckload of time. It's not gonna grant me a good old chance for psychologically just to trade. I mean, it's been like this trade has been like, I'll show you when it's been close the video, pretty easy. This trade was like, yeah, let's just show you. It was probably, I entered this trade, I can't even like manage to see the trade, but it was probably like, let's see if I can show you some sick, massive trade. It was like 2 weeks ago, like literally, like day 56 of my challenge. It was the first time I got into it, never got out of it. Like really being a pain in the ass. So this is it. But the solution is I'm not losing any money. So in trading, I'm not interested in making the massive profits. What I'm interested in is not losing the fuckload of money I was losing before. So recoup of it all, what my bankroll is $2,104. If we see on the complete side, it would be $2,200 almost. Probably going over 200 a little bit, so that would be around $100 every month since I started the trading challenge. If I didn't do that fuck up I did like 30 days ago, I would have made over 800 euros with this account. Obviously, not a good deal. I'm looking forward to heading 10K, starting trade with 10K as soon as I get at the end of the challenge. This is pretty much it, and I'll show you tomorrow what happens. See you in the next.